our cosmology and our way of thinking is really sort of almost hardwired into us. And there is no real way of deviating from that, right, except for to break sort of the quote-unquote taboos and prohibitions, which we have lived with for generations, right? And so if you break those taboos and prohibitions, well, what's left? Nothing else but nihilism. Nothing else but anything goes. And that is not how society can sustain itself. It cannot sustain itself on anything goes.
So again, though, to the average person, why should they want to stop doing anything goes? It's hard to compete with that, because that literally just is, you're allowed to be a selfish, lying, whatever you want to get whatever you need. Take advantage of people, take advantage of partners, don't commit to them, lie, go after somebody else, try on human beings like you try on clothes, try on identities like you try on clothes, hate people with a vicious passion. That is a very attractive thing, and a lot of people say, well, I'm comfortable, I've got credit cards, I've got a nice life, I can eat food, I can do whatever I want. This worldview is working just fine for me. Why should I go to your old-fashioned thing talking about restraint and all these other strange things?
Well, because I live in a place where that has been lived out, and I know and I see
what has been lived out.
The idea of anything goes, right? You can do whatever you want. This idea that, there is no constraints, there is no structure, there is no guidelines. You know what I mean? People should be able to live the way they want. I hear a lot of people saying that around me. You know what I'm saying? Where I live. And I'm saying that, look, man, you can choose for that, you can opt for that, but at the end of the day, that's not going to be a very good outcome for generations to come. Because if people are able to just live their life the way they want, of course, I have no problem with that. Like, you can live the life you want, but that doesn't mean that you should just go ahead and influence other generations and other kids and other people around you, spreading that idea as if nothing matters. That's not true. Because everybody doesn't, the one thing I would say, man, is like everybody doesn't have the financial or economic means to pull themselves out of, the kind of destruction that they bring upon themselves.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be advocating and telling people in the wider world that they can do whatever they want and nothing matters and your life will be okay, and lying to them, pretending like that's the truth. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Younger people do not have the time or the resources to continue to follow this edict that, your life belongs to you, you can do whatever you want, and you're an individual, there's nothing that has to do with other people. That's a lie. That's a lie. We need to continue down this road where we interact with other people. There is no freaking way that you can not do that. Okay? And you are influenced by others and what other people do and policies that are made by these politicians matters in the world that we live in.
Yeah. And
if they continue to follow these policies that, having babies out of wedlock, you know what I'm saying? Shacking up. That's what my grandparents used to say. You're shacking up, right? All these things, man, we've been taught not to do that. We've been told that's the wrong way to go. And we have continued with our culture, with people that are our age. They continue to perpetuate this idea that being frivolous and being, not being frivolous, but being, promiscuous and just doing whatever you want to do and living your life the way you want to live it is somehow going to bring you glory. There is nothing glorious about that. There's nothing more. There's nothing you're not going to gain anything from it. You're going to be the one that ends up losing. And what I keep getting back to, and I wish people would understand this, is that it's not the stars, it's not the entertainers that are affected by this. It's people that live normal lives who want to imitate stars and imitate figures who are prominent. That, they don't have nothing to lose, man. We do. And that's why it's an imperative for those people who talk about success, who talk about, growing. They need to put the moral imperative back into their conversations.